My name is Mary, and I'm a writer. I started writing when I was 8. I started writing short stories and songs, and it was a lot regarding like my music, listening at the time, and everything related to what I liked about like just imagination overall, so like wacky dreams and stuff like that. But I had a dream about a decade ago, and that catapulted my novel and me writing a whole book. And I wrote the whole book, and then I was asking to myself, like, yikes,
What's next?
what do I do with this? What information can I publish out to the world? I spoke with Sasha Alsberg and Dr. Koehler, and they both gave me an insight on everything related to publishing, the publishing process. So hope you guys like it, and this is just a little bit about the clues and interviews that I have with them.
I was inspired by a book that I read. I read a book called The Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius. It was so inspiring that we were like, we could do this too. So we decided to start a literary journal with a friend of ours. We contacted all the writers we know, told them like, look, we're a new journal. We're interested in publishing short stories from emerging and established authors to our new little nobody journal. We called it the Avery Anthology, and we stayed afloat for about 6 years, but eventually it was morphing into a full-time job, and my wife and I decided on the careers that were our day jobs. And I have a lot of novelist friends, and so the process is like this. Query letters, you send them out to relevant people. They want to read, they decide if they have the time or the talent to help with the project, and then you have a partnership and you move forward. But what's been interesting, I didn't realize the role that social media is playing in connecting authors with agents. There's so much direct access between writer and agent or editor that's new to me, that I find fascinating.
But for Sasha, it was a completely different story. She was a YouTube star. She had her YouTube channel, A Big Utopia, and she had a completely different story, and this is what she had to say.
Lindsay and I have always been friends. I think it was like 3 years into our friendship. We started joking about writing a book together. So that was when we started putting our brains together and having the first inspiration for Zenith and Nexus, which was, we want to write about pirates. Now, do we set them in a fantasy world or in a science fiction world? And we wrote the science fiction that we knew that we would love. I didn't really think about agents until I was talking to one of my friends, Daniel Page, but she sat me down and she's like, Sasha, you need to have a literary agent. Then she like stopped mid-sentence and she's like, let me write an email that you're gonna send to my agent. And I was like, what is it gonna say? She's like, I want you to be represented by my agent, Joanna Volpe. I sent her that email. Joe responded back, yeah, can you have a call later today? I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I hopped on the phone with her, and by the next day I signed with Newsy, her agency. And I just sent her in 2 of my short stories and what we had of Zenith at the time. But she saw my writing and she saw like what my ambition was, and now it's been 5 years. My best advice to give you and anybody else that are aspiring writers and creators is to don't try to be somebody else. Try to be you. Write what you want, what you would read. Create content that you would want to watch and what you want to produce.
This is going to be a brand new YouTube channel about writing, things that I read, and movies that I watch. So if you want to just be here in general, comment, like, subscribe, and hope you guys stay tuned.